Hello! Welcome to my channel. I am Panya, your local cute isekai loving zoo panda. And it is time to watch another true facts video. This time it's about elephants. Why do I want to watch the one about elephants, you might ask? Well, because I bloody hate, and I mean hate, elephants. They ruined my childhood, and I hate them so bloody much. And I thought maybe if I watch this video, what if I could hate elephants a little less, you know? What if? So I wanted to give elephants another chance. And I want to see if after this video, after we're done, I still hate elephants or not. Because you see, the reason that I hate elephants is because in elementary school, okay? Little baby, well, not baby, but like small little panda Panya, okay? Small little me, very, very little bean. Well, more like a little bamboo sprout. But the point being, I was pretty young, okay? I was very little. And we went to the zoo, okay? The entire class went to the zoo. And during those times, I was obsessed with kangaroos. I bloody love kangaroos. I was holding presentations about kangaroos in school. I was researching them all day, every day. I was so into kangaroos. They were my special interest at the time, right? And so we went to the zoo and they had kangaroos. And I was excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to get to see kangaroos live. Holy shit, right? I was so happy about that. And they promised me we are going to watch the feeding of the kangaroos. Because I looked it up and I was like, at this time, there's the feeding. And they promised, okay, the guardians promised that they will take us to the kangaroos. But they bloody decided that actually kangaroos suck. And watching elephants do absolutely nothing for 2 hours instead of just watching the kangaroo feeding is apparently a way better use of our time. So they promised me and then they completely discarded the promise and instead I had to watch elephants. Why? You may ask? Because there was a little newborn baby elephant. And it is so cute. No, it's not. It looks exactly the same as the mama elephant, okay? It looks the exact same. It's just a small version. There's nothing special about it. And the kangaroos have babies too, okay? And they look very, very cute. And they're very cozy in the little kangaroo pouch, okay? So cute. Yeah. And that's basically the story of why I hate elephants so much. But I will give them one last chance. Oh, also, by the way, it did not help. I did hate elephants so much after this, right? So my mom decided to gift me really expensive earrings in the form of elephants. You heard that right. I don't know what the point of that one was, okay? I don't know. I'm still pissed. I still own the earrings, but I'm still pissed, okay? I did wear them, not gonna lie, because they were kind of pretty, okay? But what the forward people, you know, like, excuse me. But yeah, so this is the last chance I will give the elephants. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it.
This episode is sponsored by Brilliant. Learn to think.
Learn to think. That is a pretty yeah, I should do that. That's a good point. In order to do that, I am going to put on my learning glasses. There we go. Now I already look a lot smarter and therefore I am smarter. Yeah. Okay, let's get some wrinkles for our brain.
This right here,
Ew!
looks like a grape with a sinus infection, is actually a baby elephant, just about ready to, well, be dropped from 5 feet.
Ew!
Let's start things off with a bang.
Ew!
To the head. It's an exciting event for everyone. The whole herd gathers around and celebrates. It's quite cute. And loud.
Ew! That is disgusting! Why would you start the video off with that? How will I ever like elephants if you show me that? That is disgusting. Ew, it just like plopped out. And it has like... Why was it? Why is that so big? Ew.
But they should celebrate. That baby's been up in there for almost 2 years, so when it comes out, it's fairly well baked.
2 years?
It takes a minute or two.
The mama elephant was pregnant for 2 years? Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. Imagine. 2 years of pregnancy. Holy shit. No thank you. No thank you.
To get used to its new surroundings. I mean, he's not in Kansas anymore. You know, if Kansas were a mucus-filled placental sac inside the uterus of an elephant. But in no time at all, this baby is standing up on its own. First things first, it's guided to the nipples. We should all be so lucky. And there they are. Could benefit from a dab of lotion.
Why are you showing me elephant nipples? How to make Panya like elephants. Showing here the the elephant vagina and the elephant nipple. Yes, it's all natural. Yeah, okay, I have to put that on there. It is very normal, right? This is what giving birth, etc. looks like. That's what those things are for. But like, that's the start of how to make me like elephants. That's a little interesting there. Oh, that's a little sus. I don't know how to feel about that yet. That's a little weird.
For the next 3 to 4 years, the baby will nurse in its mother's care, supported by the other females in the herd. Sometimes it takes a village. These elephant babies can sometimes be a handful. Look at this one, it's throwing an all-out tantrum. Probably just passed by a Chuck E.
What is wrong with this? What is this pose? Look at the butt cheeks like squished in. What is wrong? Like, what is this? This looks like an AI generated picture right here. What the f is that supposed to be?
Jeez, that demon robotic mouse that calls to children. But it's a good thing that there's some time for the baby to learn how to elephant. You gotta get your feet right, but there's more subtle things like...
Why is it so bad at being its own species? Like, think about the fact, like, if horse gives birth to baby horse, right? The baby horse falls to the ground, gets up, and starts running with the mama. Okay, it's ready. It's right there. It's already good horse. Baby horse, immediately successful at horse. Okay, it's successful at horsing. Baby elephant is really dumb at being its own species. It's not successful at elephanting. How not? You were born an elephant. What is wrong with you? I don't understand. Like, why are you too stupid to be, like, an elephant? So weird.
Elephants have quite the beauty regimen. Luckily, they use foundation and powders that are quite cheap and readily available.
Okay, this one is a little cute. I'm not gonna lie. it's a little cute. Okay. I admit it is kind of cute. Okay, it is also looking like my grandma right here, like all the wrinkles. But my grandma is cute, so that's a fair point to make.
Bit of dirt on the back, maybe a mud bath. It's worth it because listen, this is no ordinary skin. Now up close, it doesn't seem like their routine is addressing the wrinkles. But in this case, the wrinkling is on purpose. Elephant skin doesn't just have wrinkles, there's wrinkles on the wrinkles. And the closer you look...
There are wrinkles on the wrinkles. That is wild and ugly, actually. Oh my god, like, I'm afraid of getting wrinkles, but imagining my wrinkles having wrinkles of their own? No thank you. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for you, elephants. Oh, this is awful.
The more you find. Unlike our skin, which flakes off when it dies, elephant skin sticks around and forms thicker and thicker layers as they age.
Ew! Their dead skin cells just stick to them. It's not... Ew, that is disgusting.
And this wrinkled mess can do some magic tricks. Look at that. It's amazing. It's like a giant elephant-shaped sponge. And having skin that can hold on to water like that is very important. Elephants can get hot.
Oh, okay. It's made for, like, water to stick onto it. Okay.
They have the highest ratio of volume to surface area of any land animal. Too much body and not enough skin surface to cool off. They don't have sweat glands except for a couple between their toes. Those aren't gonna do shit, so they have some other tricks. For one, they have these little hairs all over their body.
Wait, the only sweat glands they have is on their toes. So they always have smelly, cheesy, smelling, disgusting feet. But otherwise they smell like dead skin cells and mud. So probably also not good. But they... that is honestly so mean. Why would Mother Nature, like, give them sweat glands on their toes? just to give them smelly, cheesy, foot smell. That's disgusting. Why? Okay, that is so rude of Mother Nature to do to them. That is actually rude. Oh my.
Like a luxurious mane. More like the smattering follicular
Ew!
landscape of a testicle. One question, though, is why do they have hair at all?
Yeah.
Does hair make you warmer? Now, you might think that it's just evolutionary leftovers, sort of a slowly balding woolly mammoth. But it turns out that when hair density drops below a certain threshold, having hair switches from something that keeps you warm to something that helps you cool off. And it appears that that's what's happening. The hairs themselves help get rid of the heat. Their giant ears also act as heat exchangers. Waving them around cools down the blood that runs through them. I know what you're thinking, Naughty Bits. Those veins there remind me of the veins in a human testicle, which also shed heat to keep sperm.
That did not remind me of that, actually. Actually, it did not, but thank you very much. Thank you for putting this image into my head. Excuse me.
From overheating. Elephant testicles are inside the body, in basically the hottest place. There's something called the hot testicle hypothesis. It's a good band name. It says that elephants might not get cancer because they've evolved extra proteins that are constantly protecting and repairing heat-damaged sperm. Anyway, I digress.
Excuse me, what? What kind of fun fact is that? That is crazy. What? I mean, good for them, I guess. I suppose that's good for them. This is so crazy.
Wait, is this one flipping us off? Oh, we're totally getting flipped off by an elephant trunk right about now. But let me
See, it's flipping us off. Why? Because I hate it, and that's why it's flipping us off. Which means that I just hate it even more now. Okay? Why? What is it? Why are you flipping me off? What did I do to you, huh? Yeah, that's rude. Okay? Elephant being rude equals me hating elephant. Yeah.
Let me tell you, those trunks are quite something. Segue. You know, in the womb, they actually have an upper lip that's separate from their nose. But those fuse together to form the trunk.
This is so cute. It's smiling a little bit. And there's like a little... This looks... I don't know. This looks so funny to me. It's like a little floppy. But it looks like a cloud, and it's kind of cute in this picture.
Here, try pushing your upper lip forward while flaring your nostrils. Hold that, right? Well, nothing to do with an elephant, but you look like an idiot.
Hey!
The trunk is made.
That is so mean! I actually did that! Off. Also, you guys did that too. I can tell. I see you, okay? You also fell for it, just like me. You're just as dumb as me, okay? Don't say like, oh, Panya, you're so stupid for falling for that. Nah, I know that you fell for it as well, okay? I know you. Yeah, I am in your walls. I saw that.
Made up of connective tissue, a tiny bit of fat, and tens of thousands of muscles that go the long way, the short way, and roundsy-bouncy. Much like the tongue, the trunk contains no bones and no cartilage, but by coordinating those muscles, it can do all sorts of things. It's quite strong, especially near up to the top. You can see one working out here. Must be a warm-up set because they can lift up to 700 pounds, which is the equivalent of 700 one-pound weights, for those of you who are into the gym things.
Oh, thank you for explaining that to me. I was so confused because it's like American, but if it's just like 700 of those 1 pound ones, that makes so much sense now. Oh my god, I totally get it now. Thank you.
The trunk is also quite stretchy. The skin and connective tissue on the top surface of the trunk is stretchier than the bottom, while the bottom is stiffer, stronger, and more grabby-grabby. The trunk is lined with special sensory hairs called vibrissae. On the bottom of the trunk, they form rows on either side. The science hippies think that this helps them balance things in the curl of their trunk, like this watermelon. But the tip has the most hairs and is the most sensitive, as tips are wont to be. Depending on the species, the trunk ends in one or two things that basically act like fingers. And I'm sure that science hippies attempted to fake this research with hand puppets. The combination of a flexible trunk and these fingerlings means that they can pick things up in all sorts of ways, depending on their shape and how big they are. And those finger parts are capable of some very fine movements. Look at this one peeling a banana.
Ew.
Not exactly how I do it, but it gets the job done. And look at this one.
That looks so disgusting. How do people think that this is cute? This is literally the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It's so slimy, and it's like a hand puppet, but like in creepy and hairy and wet and slimy, like gripping things. Ew.
Delicately picking up a tortilla without breaking it? Now, the trunk isn't a hollow tube. Those two nostrils run down the length of it. And that means it can get sucky, which provides yet another option for picking things up, but can also function a bit like a straw. Not an all-the-way straw, though. It is a nose, after all. And you know what it feels like to get a nose full of water all the way back. So when it sucks, it doesn't suck all the way. It holds whatever is sucked, and then it can squirt it back out into an appropriate orifice, or wherever it wants, really. Elephants eat sticks.
That is so f***ing disgusting, though. Like, just like spouting it all, squirting. I don't know what the word is, but like, you know what it's like if you have like water on your nose and then you like put it out again, right? There's a lot of snot in there. There's a lot of snot in that, and that is disgusting. And there you have like elephant-sized snot. That's disgusting. I wanna throw up. Ew.
And leaves and other crap a sensible person might rake up and throw in the green bin for pickup. Now, if you've tried, you'd know that it's not all that easy to eat those things. Imagine if the toothpick was the appetizer. But they have some good equipment. African elephants and male Asian elephants have tusks, which are their incisors. Female Asian elephants will often have little tiny incisors sticking out, called tushes. It's called a tush. Tusks and tushes don't help with the chewing, but they can scrape some bark off now and then. The business end of the mouth is in the back. Elephants have some big-ass molars back there, about the size of a brick. This is one, even though it looks like several. They chew all that woody crap front to back, not side to side like we do. And those teeth wear down. Luckily, they have 6 sets throughout their lifetime. When a new molar comes in, it doesn't come...
6 sets of these? That is crazy. Where do these 6 sets come from? Okay, maybe elephants are really stupid, and because they have very small brain, because they have to keep all those extra teeth sets in their head somewhere, right? It needs to be stored somewhere, and these are obviously really big. So I assume it just means that the brain is getting pushed back a little and like has to be smaller, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't fit in this hat. It's a big hat, but still. Maybe that's why elephants are so bad at elephanting, because they're dumb, because they have to have a lot of place for their teeth instead of their brain. I think that would make sense, probably.
Come from below, it comes from behind. The old worn down tooth is pushed forward, and then it breaks off in segments while the roots are reabsorbed. Once the last set of teeth comes in, that's it. Those eventually wear down, and if the elephant lives long enough, it'll die. Makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, they chew everything up into a pulp, and then that pulp gets fermented inside of their body. That creates gas. Told you. The whole process only extracts about 20%.
I don't want to see and hear elephants take shits and fart. What is this video? What the heck? Oh my god, this is painful for me. I don't want to see that.
% of what went in the other side. The resulting dung still has some nutritional value.
Beetles!
It's a predigested morsel for whoever wants another go at it. And many do, including other elephants. Ones that don't have the patience to wait for it to drop. So they get after it, so to speak. I mean, we blur.
What the f is this elephant putting its nose, glove thingy, hand thingy, into the butthole of the next elephant because it wants to eat the poop so badly that it can't even wait? So it's just like butthole fisting out the very not delicious crap? I am speechless. That is sickening. That is disgusting. That is... ew. Thank you for blurring it. And also, why the frick did you show me that in the first place? I would have been completely fine living without ever having known this information, you know?
But imagine a snake trying to escape into an elephant's butt, Jerry. You only did half the analogy. That doesn't help. The snake has to go into something different, like
Ew, ew,
not
ew.
a different animal's butt, Jerry.
Ew, it took it out.
You're really not getting it. Butt trunks are also used to communicate. They can be noisy little bastards and make all sorts of sounds. There's the classic trumpeting sound,
animals.
which sounds a bit more like a lion trapped in a tuba. They can drop that down low, and it sounds like a giant horse that's not impressed. By pinching the front end together, they can go up high. Sounds like demons.
It sounds like a horse sound as well. It kind of sounds like when the horses do the, I don't know what it's called in English, the wee thingy, right? The wee, whatever, right? You know what I mean. It just sounds like that, either in high pitch or in low pitch. That's crazy.
Likely because they're making two pitches at once, one from each nostril. And if they pinch it real hard, it can sound like the squeak fart of a birthday balloon. Now, if they squeeze further back and inflate the trunk near the head, they can make a sound like a coffee machine that just ran out of water. There's this sound, which is very impolite. We won't speak of it again. Sometimes they push air into the sinus cavities in front of their face and make these strange inside throbbing sounds. And at least one elephant has figured out that if it modifies the shape of its mouth while making sounds with its trunk, it can mimic the vowel sounds of human words. This one's saying chowa, or good in Korean. Not bad, is it? Now all of this—
Okay, that is actually crazy. I feel like that must be like a special case though, right? There's no way that a lot of them can do that or figure that out because they have small brain, I think, right? Probably, just like me, I suppose, right? But like, being that smart to just copy sounds. Like, I know that like ravens and stuff can do that, but they are like super intelligent. I don't really have the impression that elephants are very smart. So, that one must have been like a special case, right? But it is very impressive. I am very impressed.
This is well and good if you live in groups like females do. But if you're a male, you might be alone and miles away from other elephants. For that, they got a whole nother system, and it starts—
Male loneliness epidemic. Yep.
With their feet. Elephants stand tippy-toe, with the back of the foot supported by a high heel of fat. Their toe area and their heel area have nerves in them that are particularly sensitive to touch. Both of them—
That is so fancy. Oh my god, they're just walking on high heels the entire time. I like that. That is so, I don't know, girl power.
These features help the elephant feel and listen to vibrations in the ground. Look, this one's listening to see if something's afoot with his foot. By stomping their feet or making low rumbles, elephants can create seismic waves that travel for miles through the ground, which is apparently louder than a man having a tantrum. When they reach another elephant, those waves travel up through the fat and through the bones of the elephant and up to its ears. The bones inside of the elephant's ear are especially large and tuned for these low-frequency vibrations. In this way, elephants can not only hear other elephants miles away, but they can figure out the direction too. Sometimes a group of elephants will even—
That is actually really smart and cool. That is super useful. Wow.
arrange themselves like a compass to better figure out where the sound is coming from. Pretty smart, right? Well, elephants are smart, at least according to them. They're also narcissists. Elephants have some...
So they are smart, apparently, but also narcissists. Another reason to hate elephants. See, maybe little elementary school me was right after all. Look at this. Elephant female has big brain. Baby elephant male, small brain. Is it because it's baby or because it's male? Why is it smaller? Because it's like baby or because men are dumb? I hope he doesn't tell us. Or maybe he does tell us. I don't know. I don't know which one would be better. Oh, and then this one is a human one. 68 years. Wow. This one looks very smooth too. Our brain is so small. Well, this is like the average human brain, maybe. I don't know. Mine is probably small as like little part of it. Not gonna lie. But this is cool.
Look at that one. It's dead. They have roughly 3 times the neurons of a human brain, but they only have a third of the neurons that we have in the thinky parts. But you get what you get, and they do seem to know how to use what they have. I mean, look at this. They can move objects and use them to reach high up food. If you put one in front of a mirror, it gets
okay, but like a baby can figure that out too, right? It doesn't take a lot of intelligence to figure out that you can move an object and then reach a different place. Or, I don't know, access something else or whatever, right? It doesn't really need a lot of intelligence to be able to do that.
Into it. But the science hippies wanted to test if the elephant knew that it was looking at itself. So they painted an X on its face. And look at that. The elephant touched it. It knows what's up, and it was totally checking itself out in the mirror. They seem to be aware of their own...
Okay, that is a lot smarter, because there are animals who can't figure that out, which is really dumb, but, you know.
...bodies. If you ask them to give you a handle that's attached to a mat that they're standing on, they understand that they have to move off of it first. And they can do teamwork too.
Okay, so they are definitely smarter than a dog, right? Because a dog, like, usually cannot figure that shit out. They're a little too stupid for that. They're cute, but they're a little dumb. So an elephant is smarter than a dog, I guess. But not smarter than a human, because a human baby can figure this out too.
You give them a two-pulley situation where you can't go it alone, and they wait for another elephant to help out. Here's a variation on that, where there's still two pulleys, but just one basket of food. Look at that, the big one takes it all for himself. What a dick. I mean, at this point, you're just f***ing with elephants. One of the areas where elephants have a lot more neurons than humans is in the part of the brain that deals with smelling. They're very good at it, and they can remember smells for a very long time. Here's an elephant casually walking by a pile of crap from an elephant she doesn't know. Gives it a sniff, as is the custom, and moves on. Now here's the same basic setup, but the turd is from her daughter, who she hasn't seen in 12 years. Now when she takes that whiff, she gets all excited.
Oh, that's so
Goes
cool.
back to check it out, ears flapping. It's like recognizing the perfume of your first crush. I mean, if they wore shit. You can do this experiment, by the way, and you don't need 12 years. Just go to Grandma's, take a shit in the living room, and hide in the closet. You'll know she loves you if she's happy to find it. Anyway, the daughter and mother were...
Ew, don't do that. Please don't do that. Ew, ew, ew. Why would you say that on the internet? There are people who will actually copy that. There are people gonna try that. Oh no, don't say this on the internet. Don't give people ideas. Oh my gosh. I do know some people who would try this. Oh my god, please don't put this stuff on the internet. Oh no. Oh no. That's cool that elephants can figure this stuff out just because of smell. But I guess like they know a lot of stuff about like the smell, right? Like who pooped and stuff like that. But I suppose they probably still aren't able to smell the fact that poop stinks. Because they eat it. Why would you eat it if it smells bad, right? So even though they can smell very well, they probably don't know what it means that something smells bad, maybe? I don't know, this is a little confusing to me. Because if I could like smell poop that amazingly and it's like, oh my god, I know exactly what you had for dinner last week, how old you are, and so on, just because I smell your poop, I would still be able to smell that it's disgusting and I would not eat it. But elephants do. That's stupid.
Be pretty messed up if they didn't do that. Now, starting at around 20 or 30 years, male elephants will sometimes go into something called must. Their hormones go crazy and they get all horny and aggressive. Sort of like intense puberty, but it gets very leaky. Like they're peeing, for example. Normally, elephants pee like this. Very straightforward, to-the-point peeing. But in must, they often don't drop their penis all the way and it comes out in a dribble. And look at that, he's thwapping it with his tail. It all helps to spread the scent of this sexy time urine. And if that doesn't enough, they start leaking out.
Ew! Ew, that is disgusting! Ew! And like normally they pee by peeing on their own foot. Ew! Disgusting. Like, that is so unclean and unhygienic. Ew, no wonder I don't like elephants. I like hygiene, and they don't. Ew, nasty, 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 nasty. But then in like heat time, they, ew, I don't even want to repeat that. Disgusting.
Of these temporal glands on the side of their head. That stuff stinks too, and they waft it around by flapping their ears. These smells actually have information about how fit and strong the male elephant is. Now, females might use this to judge the quality of a potential mate, but other males use it to figure out who's most likely stronger and would win in a fight. And that way, you can ideally avoid the fight altogether. One issue here is
What?
that females are... Jerry, why is this one kicking his penis? Is it part of must? What if it's not? Don't show it. It'll give people ideas. It could become one of those TikTok challenges and then everyone's kicking their dicks, Jerry. You want that? All right, let's move on. One issue here is that females are only down for it in short windows of time, and males and females don't live in the same herds. So it's always a booty call, literally. Both females and males have a hookup rumble that can travel for miles. Here you can see science hippies playing a female estrus call and a confused male trying to figure out where it's coming from. Apparently that's what you do with a PhD, catfish and elephant. Now when they do find each other, it's all over fairly quickly. A lot of build-up and stinky urine for about 45 seconds of payoff. And it's a bit of a clumsy affair, not really built for the Kama Sutra. But it is cute that the male rests his trunk on the female. And sometimes, like in this shot, if the female is inexperienced or the male is particularly large, other females will gather around to give a bit of support and comfort. It's very sweet.
They give support during this maxi time for the virgin? Huh? This is so weird. What? And like, I mean, why would you give support for those 34 seconds? That's a little overreacting. It's just like not even a minute, you know? Come on. That's really sad, actually. No wonder they decide to not live with the man after that.
Do it, Ethel. You're doing great. And soon enough, a new little elephant baby will be born. What, Jerry? How would they do it? Oh, you mean the kick your own dick challenge. Jerry, you don't even ask questions.
Oh my god, no, please don't do that challenge. Oh my god. Why would you give the internet such ideas? Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, but I have to say, so this video was very educational. It had a lot of interesting, suspicious facts about elephants. Interesting that you chose those facts. That was a wild ride, okay? That was a very wild ride. Oh my god, I'm kind of speechless still, really. But the initial question was, will I like elephants more after this video? We should have watched a different video on this, cause no, I do not. Now that I know all these disgusting facts about elephants, I am 100% still agreeing with my primary school self. I hate elephants. They're unhygienic, disgusting, stupid, at least not that stupid, but kinda stupid. And I saw way too many things I did not want to see of an elephant. I am a little scarred for life now. Thank you. Thank you so much for continuing the trauma. My trauma just evolved, okay? It's like a Pokemon at this point. It's like a Pokemon. Just like from stage 1, now it's at stage 2, okay? Can we get it to stage 3? That's a big question. Can we get it to stage 3? Another evolution. Can we do it? Oh my god, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Please, no. This is enough for me. I am very unhappy now. Thank you. But it is a super well done video, so definitely get the like for me. And yeah, I hope you guys also check out Zefrank and his video. Like his video if you liked it. Thank you all very, very much for watching. If you like me, and also my content, I guess, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!